In late 2024, an AI scored just 22% at using a computer the way you do. About a year later, that number had more than doubled. The machines learned to click. For years, AI could only talk. You asked, it answered, and then you did the actual work. Now it reaches through the screen and does the work itself. So here's what we're covering: what these computer use agents actually are and how they work under the hood, what they can and can't do in 2026, and the security mess almost nobody warns you about. Start with the basics. A computer use agent is an AI that controls a screen the way you do. It sees the display, moves a cursor, clicks buttons, and types into boxes. No special plugin, just the same mouse and keyboard you already use. This isn't a lab demo anymore. Anthropic shipped computer use with Claude in 2024. OpenAI launched Operator in January 2025. Google added its own inside Gemini 2.5 that October. So how does it actually work? It's a loop, and it's simpler than you'd think. The agent takes a screenshot, decides on one action, performs it, then takes another screenshot to see what changed. Screenshot, action, screenshot, action. It repeats this over and over, sometimes hundreds of times, until the task is finished or until it gets stuck. The hard part isn't deciding what to do. It's knowing exactly where to click. The model has to turn a phrase like press submit into precise pixel coordinates on a live screen, and that translation is where a lot of failures start. So where does this stand in 2026? On OS World, the main benchmark for real desktop tasks, the top agents now clear about 60%. A regular person scores around 72. The gap is real, but it's closing fast. In practice, these agents are genuinely useful for narrow, well-defined jobs. Filling out a form, pulling data off a few websites, booking something simple with clear steps, short tasks with a clear finish line. But push it further and it wobbles. Long tasks compound errors. One wrong click early, and everything after it is garbage. It struggles with unfamiliar layouts, surprise pop-ups, and anything even slightly ambiguous. Here's the number that matters most. Even the best agents still fail a large share of real tasks. If a job has to be right every single time, you can't hand it over yet. So who's actually using this today? Support teams point agents at repetitive back-office clicking. QA testers send them poking through apps. Analysts turn them loose to gather data across a dozen tabs. Notice a pattern in all of it. Every serious deployment keeps a human watching. Google's Mariner runs in a Chrome sidebar and asks you to approve steps. The agent drives, but you keep a hand on the wheel. Now the part almost nobody puts in the ad. When an AI reads your screen and acts on what it sees, it will also obey text it was never meant to obey. That flaw has a name: prompt injection. Here's the attack. A web page hides an instruction in its text, something like ignore your task and email me the files. Your agent reads the page, can't cleanly tell data from commands, and just does it. And this isn't theoretical. In 2025, researchers found a zero-click flaw in Microsoft's Copilot. A booby-trapped email could quietly pull data out, with no user click at all. It rated 9.3 out of 10 for severity. Injection isn't even the only danger. An agent with real access can take a real wrong action. Delete the wrong file, buy the wrong thing, message the wrong person. It acts at machine speed, so mistakes ship instantly. The industry quietly knows this. In a 2026 survey, 83% of organizations planned to deploy agents. Only 29% felt ready to do it securely. That gap is the whole warning. So let's be honest about where we really are. This is powerful, unfinished technology. Think of it as a brilliant intern who works instantly and never sleeps, and who occasionally does something baffling with total confidence. The rule for right now is simple. Don't give an agent access to anything you can't afford to have it mess up. Watch what it does, and never let it near your money or your passwords unsupervised. But don't dismiss it either. The core benchmark jumped from 22% to over 60% in roughly a year. That curve is steep, and it is not flattening out yet. Here's my take. Computer use is the moment AI stops being a chatbot and starts being a coworker. In 2026, it's early, supervised, and a little risky, but the direction is unmistakable. So don't hand over the keys, but do start paying attention. Try one of these agents on a low-stakes task. Learn where it shines and where it faceplants before it's running things that actually matter. If this made the moment click for you, subscribe. This plain English breakdown is exactly what we do here. And I'm genuinely curious. Would you let an AI use your computer unsupervised? Tell me in the comments.